Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Wow Wednesday, where we share words of wisdom. Today, we're going to be talking about be a person of integrity. Be a person of integrity. And what integrity actually is that you say what you mean and you mean what you say. There is honor attached to your name. There are results that are attached to your name. There is loyalty that's attached to your name. There is good character that is attached to your name. Be a person of integrity. Be a person of integrity. What you see and what I articulate to you, they match up. There is no discrepancy. If I'm explaining to you that I'm this type of person, I'm a loyal person, I'm faithful, I'm this, I'm that, be that person. Don't allow what you say and what you do to get misconstrued. Don't allow what you say and what you do to be like a huge discrepancy between the two. They don't line up, they don't match up, they have no correlation with one another. You oftentimes run into people like that on the job, in ministry, in your family, just about everywhere. You have people that are dishonest, they're disloyal, they are not who they say they are. Then you have people that you find that on your job, they make it sound good on paper. Matter of fact, they have mastered the ability to write it down on paper. Yet, they are far from what you see on that paper. They are so far removed from what you see on the paper. They are not people of integrity. Now, I do understand, we all have our struggles, we all have our moments, but to try the best that you can to be who you say you are, to be who you're trying to represent as who you are, to follow suit with that description, you know, because oftentimes you hear people talk about themselves and they'll tell you who they are, much like a resume. You give the pointers of these are my good qualities. This is what you never address the weak areas of your life because you want to impress the person who is watching or looking at that resume. Why? Because you want that job. And what you're saying to the person that's reviewing it, I am going to be the best person that I am. Everything you see on that paper, I'm going to follow suit. All of these achievements that I've made, all of these jobs that I've had over the years have shaped who I am, have built me to the level of where I am today. And this is me. So you're telling your potential supervisor or the person who's hiring you, this is who I am. But you know what I'm saying? It's the thing about the integrity. You got to watch it. You have to watch it. Everywhere you go, just because your supervisor is not riding you each and every day, 24/7, from the time you clock in, from the time you leave out and clock out, just because they're not watching you does not mean that you just be that cat. When the mouse is away, the cat will play. I think they say that little slogan. When the boss is not there, or when the cat's when the cat's away, the mouse will play. Or however. So you don't want to be so comfortable that you're just willing to compromise your standards and compromise who you are as an individual and who you are trying to prove yourself to be. And people, let me tell you something about people. They may not say anything that you're doing that's not right, but they watching you. Why do I know that? Because I watch people. And I know if I'm watching people, people are watching me. So if I'm saying that this is who I am and I'm coming in as a professional, and I'm talking about marketplace ministry, I'm talking about my job now. then I'm presenting myself in that fashion. Now, if they see me slipping up and if they see me just kind of, playing around with this thing, then what I presented and what I'm demonstrating are two different things. Could you say that I'm a person of integrity? Well, after they see me a few times in that manner where I'm not who I say I am, or I'm not what was on that resume, I don't fit those criteria, I don't fit those qualifications, I don't fit that character, then they're going to question, is this person a person that we need to continue to operate in our company, our business, our facilities, our schools, our business, wherever you work, you want to be a person of integrity. Even in ministry, you want to be that person. Now, granted, there are times you may drop the ball. You may miss a timeline. You may be late for something. But to develop a pattern of always doing that, always being late, developing a pattern of always dropping the ball, something's wrong with that. Something is clearly wrong. And you have to identify with the fact that you may have some struggles in some areas. There may be some things that are going on that you may need to work on in terms of your character. I have gone through it. I have been there. Me being a young mother and having children back to back, I was having a lot of trouble. I'm just be honest, being on time. Supervisors, the principals that I was working for in the school district, that was a huge issue for me. It wasn't that I was extremely late, but it was just the fact that I was late. I would come in late because I had to drop my kids off, and I would explain the situation. But at the same time, I used that as a crutch. So then I didn't have to push myself to try to at least get there in a timely fashion. I could have made some arrangements to be there. I could have had some things prepared before, the day before, to get myself in position so that I could at least make it, if it had to be just right up on the time, to just, try to find every way that I could to be at work on time. But you know how it is. You know how we do, and then people watch you. They may not say anything, but they watch. Oh, she coming in late every day. And he don't say nothing. So then that forces the person who's in the position of authority to come to you to address it. They may give you a pink slip. They may give you a little warning before, 2 or 3 little warnings because they really like you. But then that's an area you got to work on, because if you're being confronted all the time about that same issue, then that's a character issue. That's something, it can be worked on and it can be resolved. We have to figure out what is that thing. And I can clock in any time on the jobs I work now because it's not a required time for me to be there. So, I have a flexibility with that. But like I'm saying, if there are certain criteria that have to be met in positions that you are expected, to operate in, then you make it your due diligence. You make it your, primary thing, that thing that you really have to work on. You make that the top priority. You make that top priority. Like, okay, I know I got problems with this. I need to work on this. And it's not only on this job, but it bleeds over into other areas. You see what I'm saying? Or I can never get organized. I'm just always disorderly. I can't think. I can't function. I can't do this. I can't do that. I need to work on that. I need to work on that because it causes so many other things to happen. It's like a ripple effect. So I need to work on that. These are character issues. We talked about character traits in school. These are character issues. Can easily be resolved if we just find the time to identify these things and just address them head on. Own up to it. Oh yeah, I got some issues with it. Oh yeah, I'm a slacker. I slack off. The minute I start doing good, and all of a sudden, I just get tired of my job, and I just kind of slack off. I don't do half as much as what I should do. I'm just getting by, and these people still paying you to do a job. I said that I'm called to serve people, and I'm called to help people and to nurture and to care for, but I find myself flipping through my phone throughout the majority of the time that I'm with people. I close the door and just kind of flip through my phone, go through my Facebook page. Come on now, I done went through somebody's house now. And flipping through my Facebook page, flipping through Instagram, trying to order this, trying to order that. We ain't right. We not right with that. Come on now. And then the boss man come in, oh, let me figure it out. Let me do this and that. Really? Y'all, 2020 is about to close. We are entering into a new year pretty soon. We need to make some changes. And see, these type of things won't be talked about as much. But these are the key areas God is looking at. But we want to be blessed. We want to prosper. We want God to do this. We want God to do that. And God said, you need to clean up your character. Clean up your closet. There are things about you that are not lining up with what you say and who you say you are. Be a person of integrity. When someone sees you and they see your work that precedes you, it follows you, they are saying, oh yes, I know she's about the business. I know he's about the business, because what they say and what they do is lining up. It's lining up. So let's be people of integrity, because God is watching us. Just because that boss is not watching you, just because your pastor is not watching you, just because you feel like God not watching you, and that's not true, because he sees us doing things every day. You can deceive people, but you can never deceive God. You can fool the people half the time till they start catching on. But you cannot fool God any of the time. Any of the time. So let's work on that, y'all. I'm trying to work on that for myself. I know I got some areas I'm not nowhere near perfect. I'm trying to work on me, because I'm like, God, if I'm asking you for things and I'm asking this and asking that, I need to be about the business. I need to say what I mean what I say. I need to be someone of integrity. I need to be a loyal person. I need for people to count on me. And, and, if I fail, I own up to it. Yes, because I'm not perfect. I'm human. But at the same time, if 99% of the time I'm failing, then there's an issue. It's not the fact that, I'm human. Now I'm making excuses. You feel what I'm saying? So you know where I'm going with that. Let's be people of integrity. God's watching you. That should mean more to you than that boss or that pastor or your spouse or your family members or your business partners. That should mean more to you. It's something about when you're not doing what you're supposed to do that should convict you. It should bother you to the point where you say, look, I need to make a change. I'm rolling into 2020 and I'm making a change. I'm not staying here because I've been here for years. It's time for me to deal with this, and it's time for me to make some changes in my life, and I am going to persevere. I am going to push forward. All right, you all, this is our Wild Wednesday. I hope you got something out of what I have said to you guys. I love you. I'm pushing you. I'm challenging you to be a person of integrity. All right, now we will be back for another Wild Wednesday. Bye bye now.